What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us here today on the VSO Gun Channel. Something a little off the wall here today, and oh yeah, if you hear animal noise, I apologize. They're moving some cattle right now, so don't mind the mooing, if you will. But there comes a point in every product's life cycle where it dies, okay? No matter how well it's made, no matter where it's made, no matter what it's made of, at some point in time, every product will break down. And today we're gonna be talking about the death of these. These are my Tactical Research Kybers, and I have been using this brand for a decade. This is my fourth set of these, and they pretty much broke down uniformly. So I actually looked for the last pair that I had. I kind of keep them for like trash boots, like if I need to do some like concrete or something like that. But it looks like I threw the other pair away after the last time I did something stupid in them. These are a non-waterproof boot, tactical boot, and I keep going back to them because they're so comfortable. My feet are really jacked up. I have a lot of foot problems and as a result, a lot of knee and hip problems because of that. And I keep going back to these because they're so comfortable and they mitigate a lot of those problems. This is built around the idea of like a tactical boot smashed together with like a hiking boot. So if you look at the bottom of them here, they got like some serious tread going on here. The tread was not the problem. It definitely did not go bad. But to give you an idea, I go through shoes like 3 months at a time. You know, a lot of people get like 6 months, a year, something like that out of a pair of shoes. I'm consistently at about 3 months before they become range shoes, and they're just pretty much destroyed.
Don't worry, I'm gonna wear socks the whole time. So this is probably way more information than you wanted, but I have a severe case of congenital metatarsus adductus, exacerbated by significant overgrowth and misalignment of several of those bones. This causes my foot to distribute weight quite strangely. A normal foot pronates with the Achilles tendon under tension and the weight balanced across nearly the entire surface of the foot. Mine more predominantly distributes weight on the outer edge, and in doing so loosens the Achilles. As a result, I walk with an audible clicking of this tendon as it snaps into tension. And because of these issues, I need a boot that simultaneously is very good at multi-directional weight distribution, like a hiking boot, and also gives much needed support to my anatomically compromised standing posture. This of course results in footwear of every kind being shredded by forces that anatomy would normally just soak up.
But if we start with the right boot, we had some separation here. I tried to liquid nail it together, minimal success. They have vent ports here for drainage and stuff like that, but you can see basically all around the boot here that the biggest problem with these is, although they're double stitched, they're coming unstitched in various places. The stitches are ripping, the leather, even though I repeatedly coated these things with some kind of waterproofing agent throughout the 2 years that I used them, you can see that the stitching comes apart at the very heavy wear points here, you know, here, and here at the back too. You can see there's some flaring there that causes that to happen. Now, the last set of boots I had were running strong. They had a little bit of this kind of stuff going on here at the front. A little bit of tearing like this, but what did it in is I stepped on a stick and the stick literally went inside like that. And you can see that this is consistent. You know, again, once a few of those stitches start to go, they all start to go because things can get in there, especially the elements start to play a role as well in the breakdown. These are not the original laces that were in there. I've had 2 other sets of laces in these, the originals, and then an intermediary pair that was in there before this, and you can even see that this one was broken during tying, and I just put it back together because I didn't feel like getting another pair. Flexible at the top, but they're high enough that they can grab you, and the interior is very nice. It's got kind of like this kind of like moisture wicking material inside. They feel very, very good when you wear them, but that's how they break down, is basically what I wanted to kind of cover on this. No knocking on this boot. Like I said, I've been going back and forth to them for a decade, and they've served me well. But in that regard, I'm looking to move to a different brand, because again, these are not waterproof, and I found that in this area the real killer here is that water is a consistent annoyance. And something like this, if I'm out here 12 hours a day on the range, wet feet in the middle of the winter is not a good time. So I'm really looking for a true waterproof boot. It doesn't necessarily have to be a winter weight boot. I can just wear big big wool socks and stuff like that, but it needs to be waterproof for what I'm doing. So that's one of the reasons I'm going to be moving away from these. If you have a brand that you think that I should seriously look at, leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, because again, I'm going to be shopping over the course of the next week or so, but with winter coming, I need to get on this really quick, because I'm pretty much without a go-to beat up pair of boots. I obviously have hunting boots and stuff like that, but I need an everyday work boot, and these these Under Armours I got here are just not going to cut it, because, and you can even see here that these things are destroyed. So but anyway, thank you guys for watching, talking about my jacked up feet for a little while. And if you guys are seriously considering a tactical boot, like I said, these things have been serving me good. It's been serving me quite well. They just break down for about 2 years for me.